The Voices in Entertainment podcast is where industry insiders talk openly about how they broke into the world of entertainment. Get real stories, practical advice, and the lessons learned from leaders across the globe. It's an essential guide for this next generation who are ready to become the new voices in entertainment.
Welcome to the Global Entertainment Awards Voices of Entertainment. It's a real pleasure to be at the Cannes Film Festival and a magnificent pleasure to have the unfiltered, unexpected and magical voice of Rashaana Shah, who is producer for Mulberry Films. Rash, welcome.
Hello, Tim, and hello, people. We're going to have a lot of fun.
Let's start with Mulberry Films.
Yes.
What is your main creative drivers, your main oeuvre that you work around and work with?
So, I was in Bollywood, and I was working behind the camera, in front of the camera, and I was giving notes to my writer, to my director, to my cameraman, to the costume designer, and they were like, just look pretty, you're acting, just stay there and look pretty. So I was like, nobody values all these great ideas I have. So I decided that, I can only satisfy my ego if I become a producer.
So you were always felt able to step out of the lane. I mean, that's sort of, that's quite a bold thing to do, is to step in and offer advice.
I'm the kind of marathon runner who will run in every lane. I will cut the lanes like we do when we drive in India. You will cut lanes. I'm in the extreme left, but I want to turn right. I'd be like, yeah, sure, let's just do it, So there are no rules about me. There's nothing civil about me. And we're in Cannes. We're here to break all the rules.
So, step me back.
In about a decade ago,
Yep.
I started doing. I'm an engineer. And I'm a software engineer, and I work from the place of analytics. Mm-hmm. So I looked at, all right, in last 10 years, which are the films that got Oscar nominations. 9 out of 10 films were based on books.
Okay.
So I said, this looks like a no-brainer. There is literature, it's rich, there is a following, it has a certain pedigree of readers. I'm going to do books through film adaptations. I'm not reinventing the wheel here. I just want to pick rich content and make them into films. But I was very conscious that I will never do bad jobs. I will not do a substandard work. It's like you can open my wardrobe and never find something ugly, So, you can randomly pick something and be happy with it, right? So, and we're a country of colors and culture, and we're very, we can absorb a lot more, I think, culturally than a lot more people can. But the only place I thought can give me that spot and then that independence and the room to do that was Hollywood. So it was very natural for me to sell everything in India, abandon everything I had, my family, my life, my beautiful home, and move to the US, convert my amazing number of rupees into a few dollars, and get my ticket to getting poor very, very fast, and come to the US and start from 6 feet under. And I bought options of 4 books. We made 2 of them, and I'm going to make 2 more.
That's phenomenal. I mean, just the two of you, just the guts to be able to do that.
Yeah.
Just to to move yourself away from a comfort zone.
Yeah.
Understand and be able to follow the passion, what you sense as your métier in life is sort of, where do you get, for want of a better word, the balls to do that?
I know, I get it from my father. He really has the balls, and then I think I inherited it from him. I do have the balls, but I think what I would contribute my journey to, and where I am today from where I started, is I'm fearless. You cannot scare me. Nothing scares me, and if I think of a thing, I have to go do it, and I'm willing to live with those consequences. So I'm not afraid to fail.
Is the fearlessness also from your father?
Completely.
Where did that come from with him? It's a really, to have that fearlessness, to have that
Yeah.
strength of commitment just to gun forward
Yeah.
is really powerful.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's just in the DNA, and I think most people who break the glass ceiling, or they do extraordinary things, or they climb Everest in flip-flops, you have to be fearless. If you overthink of consequences, you're never going to start.
So if you stop doing the health and safety analysis on the 360 and drive forward.
Yeah, a lot of people come to me and say, "What's the safety net?" And I said, "I have one. It's got a lot of holes in it." You break a few bones, but I'll
Yep.
help you. I'll pick you up, and we'll come back and start again. And
But within that climate of being fearless and sort of that drive, you do, from my personal experience and knowledge of you, you do it with an extraordinary empathy for the people around you. You
do.
embrace and hold the people around you, take them on the journey, and you're there to support them as well.
Yes.
That is such an emotional, psychological, that level of commitment must be absolutely bloody exhausting.
yeah, well, I very early on started following Buddhism in my life, and I realized, if you don't pay it forward, what am I leaving back? You're not going to take your bank account, you're not going to take your clothes, your jewelry, your ego, your success. The only thing you take forward is your goodwill.
What recommendations would you have from someone that came from nothing and is blossoming, growing, driving? How?
I'm going to look you in the eye and say this: if I can do it, you can do it. Don't let anyone tell you what you can and cannot do. Make it happen. It's the spider story. A spider builds a web, right? It sometimes has to spit. The first thread of the spider's web has to be the longest, around which he builds his nest. Sometimes a spider has to do it 10,000 times for the first thread to stick. And you have to do it that many times. And if you cannot, then I'm sorry, you have no one else to blame but yourself. Rumi said, light shines through a heart that is broken. So please have some heartbreaks, break some bones, hit the rock bottom and bounce back further and faster. Don't be afraid.
And I think it's also learning from the failure, learning, adapting, growing.
A lot of people don't learn because they say no too much. Just say yes to everything. Yes, I'll do it. Yes, there's nothing, no bigger job, no smaller job, just say yes.
And that fearlessness, that ability to learn, that has brought you into the dynamic, extraordinary, but also really tough space of something like the Cannes Film Festival. It is celebrated for being glamorous, but at the end of the day, it's a really tough market. How do you pivot? How do you get through the experience of Cannes?
It's very funny. The first time I came here was with a movie called The Last Monk. It was about tantric Buddhism, and I was here in 2008 or 9, and I've been coming here since then. And then this year we're here with 3 films: The Collaborator, American Warrior, Lost and Found in Kumbh, and I can't believe it that my feelings towards Cannes remain the same. In last 15, 16 years, I see all these glamorous dresses and people all decked up with jewelry, but I see skeletons walking in these most expensive gowns. That's how I see Cannes. There is so much hurt and pain, and they've been burnt and charred, but there is a dress up to that skeleton, and that's Cannes for you.
I think that's an extraordinary analogy, because I think there is something to Cannes can be extraordinary, it can be potent, it can be so celebratory, but it can also be so painful, so isolating. A place where you come away with your heart has been broken because no one else believes in your dream. And it's that coming back time after time, coming back into this extraordinary playing field and and bringing new product into the market?
I'll tell you a quick story. So the first time I came to Cannes, I had no money. I had only money to buy my ticket here, okay? And so I said, I had no money to buy, drinks or wines or food. I would eat one boiled egg in the morning and one in the evening. And I did that for my whole trip here for 10 days. And I knew nobody, and I would sit somewhere and just watch people, and I would not even know. I didn't speak English. I come from a very small town. And so the first time I came to Cannes and I looked at everything, I never felt more lonely and lost. But I found myself and I learned. And I really enjoy those moments and those feelings because I could endure it and still find something in it. It's not something that pushed me back. It made me dream more and better.
I think there's something really important there, is that it's almost one of the handbooks for survival in Cannes, is if you can do it, come with someone that you have an understanding with, you have a depth of knowledge with, someone that will actually hold you when you're broken and take that journey slightly in partnership.
Yeah. In our business and in any kind of entertainment business, it's not difficult to make content, movies, music videos, TV shows. The most difficult thing is to find like-minded energy. It's a collaborative industry. It's a collaborative art. It's not an author who goes into a hole and writes a book. It's not a painter who spreads his canvas and does whatever he wants, 100 to 1,000 people come together to make that happen. You have to find the people that work with you. I'm not saying there are right or wrong people that are right for you. That's the hardest part. And if you find them, then you'll be able to walk that path faster, better, easier.
Very much one of the conversations down here, one of the conversations across the entertainment sector is the emergence of AI as a tool. I've seen some of the stuff that you've been working on. Where do you sit within that space? How do you think AI is going to be able to assist, encourage, enable film content?
Yeah. As a producer on the ground, I've done about 6 productions ranging from, $500,000 to $3 million. There is a lot in indie films that we don't do and cannot do because of lack of budget.
Yep.
And it also stops the writers, it stops them from thinking freely. There is a lot you can't achieve. AI comes in there and helps you achieve something that you would need $100 million or $25 million to be able to do that within the $5 million. Now your creative landscape has expanded. It's endless, like this ocean, like the horizon, right? I don't have to tell my writer please think of the budget. I don't have to tell my director, you got to finish this. I can tell him, I will give you a crowd of 100,000. You shoot with 100 now. I'll make it 100,000. I can tell him that if the weather is bad, that's fine. I can make it sunny. I don't have to lose $100,000 a day because I've canceled my shoot for something. A lot of my production cost is now managed by AI. And that is a huge advantage. The biggest advantage of which people I don't think are very successfully using AI is in distribution. AI logistics about who is going to watch my film and the demographic of my film, and to then cherry pick the theaters of the 200,000 theaters around the world. And I say, I'm no Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise can release his film in every theater in the world and be successful.
Yep.
There are certain genre movies where there is a demographic that will watch that film. Is it only the old people? Is it the millennials? Is it only women in certain countries who are going to watch this film? AI analytics can help you reduce your distribution costs by being more focused in the market that you want to be. So I hope that AI is used sensibly as a tool and not as a replacement. And the minute you think of it as a replacement, you've lost AI.
Yeah.
You've lost it. Now you're dependent on the technology. And I cannot be dependent on the camera as a DOP. I cannot be dependent on a mic as a sound engineer. What I do with it in post-production, what I do with it with my creativity, how I frame it.
Yeah.
Camera can't decide that.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's not to replace people. It is not going to replace people. And if you think it can, you were never a filmmaker to begin with.
Thank you, Rashaana.
Thank you, Tim.
That was absolutely glorious.
I love you.
My first kiss on camera.
Voices in Entertainment is brought to you by the Global Entertainment Awards, the art of selling the story. Explore our website for more information on how to enter. And if you're new to this sector, please check out the entry requirements for the free-to-enter AMD Emerging Talent Award. Remember to follow us on LinkedIn and stay up to date of our latest news. You can find us at www.theglobalentertainmentawards.com. See you next time. And remember to click subscribe so you don't miss our next inspirational story.